Hello there, the Fabled Harpooner here, ready for another high rank Great Jaggi hunt. Weapon class this time is the Lance, and the weapon of choice, the upgrade to the Wild Boar Lance Plus. Gone for the Acnactor set again, mostly because its guard plus increase is great for lances, at least when you're countering and blocking, so it's good to have. Weapon craft, upgrade weapons. Weapon of choice, the Bulldrome Spear. No, that was the wrong button as usual. Go in. 11.5 there. Okay, Sunny. Let's see materials. It requires stout bones, bow-angle pelts, easy to acquire even at low rank, king scarab, high rank bird, but it's pretty much easy to get. Bow-angle tusks, again relatively easy to get. Low rank and high rank. The stout bones will be the hardest, mostly because right now while the Bow-fungos and the Slacktoffs don't actually drop them, the two quests involved with them can give you some stout bones as main rewards. It's a good way to acquire them until you hunt other larger monsters or future monsters. Doesn't really change in appearance, it's just the next step for the spear, or the lance. From a lance it goes into a lance, even though it remains the same, it's just a name. It's a nice increase in raw damage, gets you access to green sharpness, and because this arm set, the Acnactor one, has the razor sharp, that slight increase in green sharpness can actually last for the entire hunt of the Great Jaggi. We'll see how that goes, if I'm correct or not. But otherwise, there will be a modest amount of green sharpness for our lance. Again, sorting the weapons, change their placement, and this is a future lance that I can use. Anyway, status for the lance, guard +2. I don't think you would need more than +1 versus the Great Jaggi, but can't really be bothered at changing the skills, the gems that I'm using. I mean, I could remove, let's see, guards, but then again I wouldn't be able to really gem in anything else. So yes, the guard +2 can stay in, even though it's not that required for the Great Jaggi. No fresh drinks this time, so no explorer, at least off the bat. Plenty of other fresh items. See the daily skills for each type of a meal. No need specialist because there's no status on this weapon. Nothing really draws my attention here. So I might just go for an attack type. I could go for Polisher in case I do need to sharpen once, since I don't really have it with this arm set. But again, Black Belt could be good for the lance since it reduces stamina loss, or depletion as it says here, when evading and blocking is a good thing that I use a lot with the lance. If you're not a blocker, you could be an evader, which still kicks in with the black belt, which is nice. Other meals that could help me out. Again, nothing that I can really see. I think I'll go for black belt more than sharpener. If I do need to sharpen, it will be only once. And again, with the razor sharp, I really doubt it. Black belt and strong cat. I mean, it is, again, a modest amount of green sharpness, but we do have razor sharp. And it is the Great Jaggi, so it should die relatively fast. Now, I might use the counter for blocking attacks and hitting the Great Jaggi, but there's also the chance that we'll use the counter move. Let's go, I think it's this way. Not quite. Although, yeah, that zone is not directly connected to the riverbed. Yes, I might use it to counter the bombs of Columbus bombs, basically. But would still trigger the counter movement attack. Whoops. Didn't quite see that attack coming in time. Oh, there goes that head break. Not really getting the counters out properly. Got that one out, but really didn't connect. Oh boy. It's a strange angle of the camera. I couldn't see if I was going to get hit or not. Oh, better stay away from that. Okay, that got 2 little Jaggis, I believe, or maybe just one in the Great Jaggi. Now, while the upstab does generally have more damage than the forward thrust, because of its small frame and its tendency to jump backwards while being bombed from behind. Oh, I didn't want to. Here, I really don't want it to flinch, since it will stop the attacks for me to counter. And although in that case, I did want it to stop because it was the last jab of the 3-hit combo, which you can't actually. Oh, double jump! Didn't want to do that. Which you can't really counter after. But yes, the 3 forward jabs do allow you to get closer much faster than the upwards thrusts. So it's usually a balance between mobility, getting closer to the monster, versus damage, once you are actually close enough to deliver it. I'm also using the shield advance, and there goes the sharpness, but mostly it's to get close to the Great Jaggi rather than actually hitting it. Okay, he's going to do the strange getting stuck in the terrain while trying to flee, and going to be moving backwards and forwards between 2 exit zones. So you can flinch it again. It probably will try to. I think it resets. So it resets, starts over, and gets stuck. Although I can't really stop him with this weapon. It's a bit of a design flaw. Okay, can't really see, and my attack was stopped. Again, we're getting a flinch, so it kind of resets. Now, I do not know if it's going to come this way. Yes, it is. But it could have easily gone the other way. I did expect my sharpness to last a bit longer. But it pretty much lasted for the entirety of the quest. Or at least a good chunk of it. So I probably didn't even need to sharpen. The yellow sharpness would have been more than enough to keep on the damage. So it was pretty much not necessary. Again, let's mine a few things. Dragonite ore. Not a high rank ore, but at least a bit of a rare one, so I do need extra pieces of it. Oh, that's the last of that rock. Don't think I'll have time to mine anything else. Couple of rocks here. Huh? Got an hour out. And quest complete. Did I check the time? I forgot. I did notice the clock, which didn't reach the 5-minute mark, but I didn't actually check the time. Avian fine bones, not much in quantity of the rods. If you saw it before I started putting them in the taking them away, it was a bit low in quantity in both rows. Anyway, this has been the Fabled Harpooner, hunting a Great Jaggi high rank quest with the lance weapon class and the Bulldrome Spear as the weapon of choice. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time, and good hunting.